Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about somatic awareness, what it is, and how it relates to our journey of spiritual awakening. Now, somatic awareness is our felt sense in the body, somatic awareness, and it's particularly relevant for earth signs. So, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, heads up, this could be very helpful for you, in particular Virgo, because Virgo is on the path of trying to ground this mercurial energy, ground it into the physical plane. So here we go. Today's topic, somatic awareness. Before we start, remember to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates, and to like and share. Click the link to download your free guide, your essential guide to solar astrology, and that will really help you to understand solar astrology a little bit better. And you can read about the 12 zodiac signs and their soul-centered meanings in more depth in my book, Soul Astrology, how your rising sign reveals your soul path and life purpose. Okay, so let's begin. But I think I'm playing with something because I woke up with a sore throat. So I was just sitting there noticing how quiet the mind goes when the body's got something to deal with. So it can be a very interesting practice, when the body's dealing with something, to just first of all, notice all the stories that the mind will try and overlay on the situation. Oh, oh, I've got a tickly nose. Oh, I've got a sore throat now. Oh, now my joints are aching. Oh, that's it. I've got COVID,
Yeah.
or maybe it's the flu. And this whole story can begin. And we don't know if any of that's true. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But the point is that immediately that mind comes in and hooks us. And it
Yeah.
immediately takes us away from the actual experience of, well, what's actually happening. You've forgotten now about the tickly nose and the sore throat and the aching joints. You've forgotten that because you're so busy now up and running with your little story. Oh, I think
Yeah.
I've got COVID. Maybe I'll test. Oh, I haven't got any tests. Oh, I better order some. Oh, if I get them on Amazon, I can have them delivered by end of today. And you know, this whole story going. Whereas in actual fact, I was actually sitting there and I was noticing the stories that wanted to come in and letting them go, and noticing what my mind was telling me to jump up and do. Go and do this, go and do that, go get some COVID tests, go. And I just noticed all of that, just let all of that go. And I just started paying attention to the feeling in the body. And there's almost like an aliveness to it. And it's and we don't know. I don't know. We don't know what's that feeling? We don't know what it is. And if we start thinking about it, well, that's the mind up and running again. But we don't know if the feeling that there's a kind of a life force energy that runs through. And is that feeling the virus? Is it the body's response to the virus? Which, as a nurse, I would say that's probably most likely the body's whoosh, sending all of these resources. But even that's a story. We don't know for sure if that's it. What's more interesting is to actually stay in the energy of it and just be aware and just notice how it moves. This energy moves around the body. Just if you just sit quietly and just observe, okay, now it's my shoulders, now it's my hips, oh, now it's my back, and even that's labeling. Even that's labeling. We can get to I'm saying this to you because I have to translate things into words. Otherwise, we'd be sitting here in silence. But in actual fact, you don't need the words. You can sit in total silence and just watch these energies run through your body. And then It's no different than any other meditation because that's happening anyway on a daily basis, cold or no cold, COVID or no COVID. It doesn't matter. The body's always got this energy running through that we're usually using to react to something. But if we take it out, if we calm down our reactivity, which is what we're always doing, we're always working on our reactivity. That's the work, really. Stepping out of that reactivity and observing. And that's the way we get to understand our own individual conditioning or programming, because our reactivity always takes the form of our own programming. Do it differently right now in this moment. So just relax and just sit there and just notice, what are you experiencing that you are calling anxiety? So when you've become aware of something and you've got, oh, that's anxiety. So the mind has put that label on. Fine, that's what we do. And let's just sit a little bit and just notice. What's the experience? Feelings, sensations? What is it you're aware of? Just let the anxiety be, if you can. Just breathe normally. Because what tends to happen sometimes with anxiety is we sometimes hold our breath, like we do when we're afraid. When you're walking through the jungle and a big lion jumps out and you're like, we go, we hold. So don't hold that. Don't hold your breath. Don't stop breathing so you can go and look at what does the anxiety look like. So just be aware and let your breath continue to flow normally, and then notice what sensations, and just sit with them for a while. And if you want to describe them, if you can describe them, just for my benefit, but it's more for your own benefit to sit and notice what's there, what's this experience that we're calling anxiety right now. Let your attention rest on it for as long as you feel to. Get kind of curious about it. But don't force it if you don't feel like keeping your attention on it. Notice what else might be there, what else might be in your experience. What happens to the feeling as you're watching? Is it changing in any way? Any thoughts? Are there any? Don't make things up. If there's none, there's none. But are you noticing any particular thoughts or ideas that come with this feeling? And it's okay if not, just notice. Make sure you can feel your toes. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor and you can feel your toes. Pay attention to the experience in your body. Don't try too hard. Just notice what's already there. Remember, you're doing nothing. You're not having to try to do something. It's not like in school where teacher's just giving you a math equation and you have to figure something out. There's nothing like that. It's just a very relaxed state. And just noticing moment by moment. What do I notice in this moment? Can you feel your toes? Good. Because that makes sure you're connected with your body, you see. You haven't gone too far into your head looking for answers. That's the habit of the mind. Oh, we're looking for a solution. We're looking for an answer. As though we're in school and the teacher's just given us a problem to figure out. The mind shoots off. But we're not doing that in this moment. We're just resting here. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your bum feel your weight on your seat. Just relax. Just noticing the body, paying attention. Easy. It's easy. You can be easy with it. Because there's no wrong answer. It's not like the teacher's given us sums and we're going to get them wrong. She's going to give us a C minus. Just relax. What are you aware of? What are you noticing now? Well, that's good. And how's your body feeling in the absence? A little tension in the chest, yeah. Just let your awareness go there. Put your hand on your chest very softly. Just breathe very gently and just allow your awareness to settle on that sensation in your chest. Just breathe gently. And just notice it. Just pay attention to the feeling. No story. Don't have to explain it. Just let it be. Notice what's happening. What's happening with the tension in your chest? Is it still tension? Is there more energy there? Less? Is it changing? What are you aware of? Yeah, yeah. Just relax as you breathe in and release. When you breathe out. More relaxed, more calm. What you might notice, the more you do this kind of practice of just observing, just relaxing and observing your body, is you might notice your energy drawing into what they call the central channel, which is an energy channel that runs up and down your spine. So usually in our daily activity, our energy is in our head while we're thinking of stuff, or in our hands and arms while we're doing stuff. And once we sit, and especially if you calm the mind, so it's not spinning stories, it's not whipping up an energy storm, when all of that settles, our natural energy tends to fall back into the central column. And if you sit with your spine straight, you can sometimes actually notice that process happening. You can feel that. Sometimes when we say, oh, we feel calm, that's because that's what's happened, is the energy has pulled from the extremities, has gone back into our central channel. And it's just like a very calm stream now, flowing up and down the spine. So spend a couple of minutes and notice the energy in your body. Keep your feet on the ground. Don't want you floating off into space because you're so relaxed. Make sure you can keep feeling your feet, because that grounds the energy. It can flow right down through your body, up out through the top of your head, down through your feet into the earth. That's what connects us, heaven and earth. Just notice, just take a couple of minutes to just notice. See if you can notice where the energy is flowing in your body and where it might not be flowing. When we have an area of tension, that's an area of blocked energy. Like with the tension in your chest, by just gently placing our awareness there for a little while. And occurring, oh, okay, there's a bit of tension there, that's okay. In a very caring kind of way, very compassionate kind of approach to any tension in your body. Being very kind to yourself. And just gently placing your attention where there's any tension, any rigidity, just let your awareness go there. And you might find it softens and dissolves, almost like an ice cube dissolving, and that energy might start to flow again and flow into your spine, flow down your spine. And just notice. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, that's okay too. It's not ready to release yet, but just notice. You can't make it happen because that would be bringing tension into the body. I'm going to make you relax. Oh, I'm tense now. Just notice. How is your energy flowing? What are you noticing now? That's okay. Let it be. There. Just put your hand on it. Very, very gently, kindly put your attention. You let your awareness go to that tension. Ah, as if that tension was like a little newborn puppy. Ah, and you're going to care for it. You're going to love it and care for it. Ah, just let your attention in that kind of a way. That very kind, caring quality of awareness. That's your innate, natural compassion. That's what compassion is. Just let that kind of caring awareness go to that feeling in that sensation in your chest. And let it be. Let it be. If you had a little puppy that was scared, you wouldn't shout at it. Don't be scared, puppy. You'd be more scared. You'd be very soft with it, wouldn't you? Be very gentle. Oh, it's okay, puppy. It's okay. And our bodies, our physical bodies, have almost like an animal quality to them. Our physical bodies don't respond to intellect and very high concepts. Our bodies respond to very simple things, like that little puppy. So when you find very tense areas of energy in your body, it's where there's a tension, wherever there's a tension being held, the energy can't flow so smoothly. So all that needs to happen is you place your attention, your awareness there, very gently. Ah, little puppy. Ah, I see you. It's okay. And just breathe. Relax on the in-breath. And just intend that it releases. Don't try and force anything. Just allow it to release. If it's going to, it will. And if it's not, that's okay too. It might just not be the right moment. That's fine. That's fine. It can take its time. Relax as you breathe in. And release as you breathe out. Everything's just being released. All tension, all concepts, all ideas just being released back into the universe, down into the earth. And your energy can return to flowing in its natural state. And just relax and be aware. And just notice, what are you aware of now? In your body, what are you aware of? It's a bit of practice. Actually letting your awareness go to certain parts of your body. It takes a little bit of practice. Keep bringing your awareness back to you. Because we tend to look outside. Oh, what was that sound? Oh, is there someone at the front door? Oh, we think there's always something or someone we have to react to or respond to that's out there. As soon as I said, oh, what's that sound? Your attention probably went, what? So right now, just notice that. Notice that that's what happens. And all day, every day, that's what our energy is doing. Now, even now, I'm saying this to you. When I went, oh, what's that sound? Even though I knew there wasn't one really, I just made it up. And I still felt a tension in my stomach. My gut clenched as if to say, what? My body, the body believes what our mind tells it, you see. So even though I made that up myself, my own body was like, well, is there a sound? Do I need to respond to something? So notice that the body does that and just go, relax on the in-breath. Let it go. It was nothing. It's all nothing. It's not relevant to you right now. So bring that awareness back. Oh, okay. What were we doing? Oh, okay. Putting your awareness in your body. What are you noticing inside your body? Make sure you feel your toes. Make sure that carpet's still there. It hasn't drifted off. And pay attention. Okay, so let's maybe stop that for now. And just maybe practice that. That's really kind of how you want your daily meditation to be. Just be more and more present, more and more aware of what's actually happening. And what we were just doing then is called somatic awareness. SOMATIC, somatic awareness. What somatic awareness is you're bringing more and more attention to the feelings and sensations in the body. So even saying, I'm feeling a bit of quality of like peace, I understand that. But peace isn't a sensation in the body. So over time, you would go deeper and go, okay, what are the actual sensations? What's the actual experience that I'm calling this peace, but let me be very alert in it and go deeper. What am I actually experiencing? What is this experience that I'm calling peace? Does that make sense? And so Riggs and Shippo says that the three qualities of our mind, our enlightened mind, our true nature, our natural mind, those three qualities are openness and clarity, crystal clear clarity, and sensitivity. There's a sensitivity. And so when we do somatic awareness, when we are being more and more aware of what's the experience in the body, what's that energy that I can feel? I can even feel my pulse in my neck, or I can feel sensations up and down my spine. That's when we do that, we're actually increasing our capacity for sensitivity. It's almost like we can enter enlightenment through any one of those three doors. So some people like take LSD and get all mushrooms and get all transcendental and go, oh wow, you know, they have a transcendent universal experience. That would be going in through the door of openness. They would be becoming more aware of the openness or the vastness of mind. And other people get very, very like almost hyper alert. There's almost a crystal clear clarity. And they would be entering enlightenment through the clarity kind of door. And if you're really paying attention to the sensations and the feelings and what you're aware of, the somatic awareness, that's developing your capacity for sensitivity. And all three are indivisible. They're inseparable. You can't separate them. If you've recognized reality, if you recognized your natural mind when it's free of all the conditioning and all the programming, you realize that it has these three qualities all in one. And they often use in Tibetan Buddhism, they use the example of the sun. So we know, for example, when the sun's shining, it's light, it gives us light, and it also gives us warmth. So we could say that light and warmth are two qualities of the sun, but we couldn't separate them. You know, when we experience the sunlight, you can't say, well, I'm only having the warmth, I don't want the light, or I'm only having the light, I don't want the warmth, because you can't separate them. And so that's what it's like, they say, with our natural mind, our natural state, when we're free of all our conditioning, is that our natural state is open and clear and sensitive. So any one of these can bring us to more awareness of our natural mind, more awareness of the natural state, free from conditioning. And in our meditation, when we just relax on the in-breath and release on the out-breath, trying to connect more to that quality of openness or spaciousness, which is always there, even though sometimes we might feel like it's not. We might feel like, well, I'm just in this room and there's a wall between me and outside. There's a window between me and that beautiful sky. But if we, in meditation, if we realize that the walls and the windows are really just mental concepts, we can still sense and connect to that quality of spaciousness. Or we can sit and really be wide awake and sit up straight and really connect to that quality of clarity, crystal clear. Everything becomes sharper. So somebody's like turned the light up in the room, the dimmer switch, and everything's more clear, more sharp. Colors are more vivid. So we can connect to that quality of clarity. And then when we bring our awareness to the body and the sensations, okay, I can feel my toes, I can feel the carpet, I can feel my weight on the seat. Okay, I can feel the pulse, a little pulse in my ear. Boom, boom, boom. Or I can feel sensations in my stomach or spine or whatever. Whenever we bring our awareness more to that sensing quality, we're connecting to the sensitivity quality. All three are, like I say, inseparable qualities of our natural state. They call it enlightened mind, which sounds very high and mighty, but it's actually what enlightened mind is, what enlightenment is our natural state that we've lost sight of because it's overlaid with all our conditioning. Is that helpful? That making sense? Okay, thank you for all you're doing to help the world be a more peaceful place. It all starts with you. Take care.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you next
Thank
time. Bye-bye. Remember to click the link below to download your free guide and learn more about soul astrology. And when you're ready to go deeper, have a look at my book, Soul Astrology, How Your Rising Sign Reveals Your Soul, Path and Life Purpose. That tells you a lot more about the soul purpose of each of the 12 signs. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you love soul astrology, remember to like and share and subscribe to this channel. See you next time.